Hi everyone, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, and welcome to today's video all about how to boost your intuition with self-healing. It's a very powerful way to really increase that psychic ability, and we're going to cover everything that you need to know to be able to do that in this video. So the best thing I think we could begin with is, what is intuition? What is intuitive ability? It's really just this psychic awareness that you have, this ability to pick up information from the universal energies, or whatever term you like to use for that higher power that guides you in life, and being able to receive wisdom, to receive messages, to receive signs. It's about being able to read your environment psychically and pick up information that's going to help you to move forward. And it's a very powerful and very helpful thing that you can have at your disposal to be able to guide you through life. There's nothing better than being able to be spiritually guided and to feel supported as you move forward. It really is very important. Now I'm going to get in and tell you a little story next about how I increased my intuition. No question, increased tenfold through self-healing, and I'm going to cover that in just a minute. I can see a few people have joined us live, so if you have joined us live and you're watching right now, please say hello, tell me who you are, where you're from, or even tell me some of the challenges you're having with intuition, and I'll answer any questions that you have at the end. So for me, I spent years and years and years desperately wanting to use my intuitive ability, desperately wanting to be more psychic, to have a better awareness and intuition, to be able to pick up guidance and messages from my guides, from the universe and from the world around me. And I found it very difficult. I felt kind of like I had these gifts and abilities, but I just couldn't use them. They felt completely blocked. And I would try all these different practices. I had books, I had courses, I had lots of different things, and I just felt like none of them really worked. Nothing was tangible enough for me to know, yes, my psychic ability is working. It was always this kind of doubtful, questioning thing where it's like, did it work? I don't know. And sometimes the answers were really muddled. It was really frustrating, and I'm sure you can relate to this. If you can, let us know below. It's a very common feeling for all of us as we try to move into this better psychic space. And then what happened was I began a healing journey. I had chronic fatigue syndrome for 3 years. I was actually in a wheelchair. I could hardly walk and really struggled with my health. I had to sleep most of the day. I just had no energy, and it was a really difficult time. And of course this led me, when I couldn't get any answers through normal Western medicine, to look at more alternative methods. And as I did that, I got into energy healing. When I did the energy healing, the amazing thing that happened was, not only did it heal the condition that I was dealing with, and I recovered to full health within about 4 months' time, which was just incredible. I got my life back. But more than that, it started a journey of healing that shifted so much in my life and so much in my intuitive ability. And what I realised after years of doing this was, it wasn't necessarily that I was purposely healing my intuitive ability. And I want you to know this, you don't need to heal your intuitive ability. It's already there. That psychic ability exists within all of us. I've worked with people for years. I haven't found anyone who doesn't naturally have this. It's a natural kind of inborn gift that we have. The problem that we have is that it gets blocked. It gets blocked by lots of different things. And for me, it was about clearing a lot of the blocks that I had to intuitive ability and psychic awareness. When I did that, the intuition just flowed naturally. And I'm not kidding when I say it must have increased tenfold. It just was a totally different experience. It was like going from, I'm not sure, I can't really pick it up, I think it's this or it might be that, to, no, I know what this is. This is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm feeling, this is what my guides are telling me. It was clear-cut information. That doesn't mean that sometimes you don't still doubt it afterwards, but it did make a huge shift in that ability to clearly hear, connect, to see, and to pick things up from spirit. It was a really big breakthrough. So the key here, and this is what I realised after years, is it's not so much about healing or changing your intuitive ability. It's already intact. The problem is that it's blocked, and you need to look at the different reasons why it's blocked. Okay, now you can get help with that. You really need someone to guide you through this process. But what I found for me, and what I find for a lot of people, is that there are so many different things that can come up when you start to move into that psychic alignment, that intuition, Because what you need to remember is there are a lot of fears that block your psychic ability. So fears like, what will other people think? How will other people react when they know that I have this psychic ability? Will people be angry? Will people attack me? You know, what will happen if I tell someone something and it's wrong? These things are all fears that come up. And of course, we've lived lifetimes before where it's gone wrong. We've lived lifetimes before where we've been psychic, we've been intuitive, and something bad has happened. And that causes us just to block it all and close it right down. So for me, it was about, once I moved into energy healing, that made a difference just because I was using energy healing generally. But the real key was in clearing all the fears and the blocks and the stress that there was around having intuitive ability. Once that was cleared, my intuitive ability just switched on. It was there completely, and it wasn't an issue. It wasn't something that then could be clouded in the same way. So it's really very effective to work that way. So if you want to increase your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities, really what you want to be doing is self-healing. It's something that you want to do often, and it's something that you want to do in a big way to clear out the stuff that is getting in the way, to clear out the blocks that are holding you back from being able to use something that's already there. It's already in your system, it's already in your soul, you've already used it loads of different lifetimes and it's been very effective. It's just that you're blocking it right now, and that's what I find in almost everyone, is that the only reason you can't access this intuition, or that it's not working quite the way you would want, is because there is baggage there emotionally from this lifetime or from previous lifetimes that's blocking it out. So please bear that in mind. Hello Enchante, lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so we know that we need to clear the blocks to it. The best method that you can use for that is energy healing. And the reason why I encourage you to use energy healing for self-healing is because these intuitive blocks and your intuition as a gift and as an ability, it all exists on the energetic level. It occurs within the soul. So you really need to treat it on the same level that it exists, which means you need to work with the energy. There's no other way around it. You know, talking about it, going to counselling, getting other forms of kind of traditional therapy won't help. You need to work with the energy to be able to make a difference. And I know that I have found that energy healing is absolutely the most effective way that you can shift that, and it shifts really quickly. It's not something that's going to take a long time. It's a very quick shift and process. It works on the energetic level, which is where all these psychic abilities and intuitive gifts exist, so you really have to treat it on that same level. It's very, very powerful, and it makes such a big difference to your intuitive gifts. Now, if you're ready to begin self-healing right now, which is a practice you want to be doing often, you can check out our extensive library. We have such an incredible library of specialised energy healing meditations at the link below. I'll put a little link in the description and you can check that out. These meditations will cover every issue that you have. Now, the fantastic thing about some of these meditations is that not only will they clear your energy, but you can also activate some of those psychic gifts as well. So we'll be clearing out the blocks, but then we'll also take it one step further by reactivating those psychic gifts and abilities. And if you take a look at the link below, the one I would probably recommend you look at is either the pineal activation. So we're going to be clearing things out and then activating the pineal gland, which will help your psychic abilities, or also the light worker activation really helps to open up those psychic senses. But take a look at the list and see what you get drawn to. Quite a lot of people take a look at the list and they feel drawn to a colour on the image or the course image. They feel drawn to a word. They scroll by and it just pops out to them. Take a look and see what it's about and see if that energy resonates with you, because it's probably your soul trying to bring your awareness to what it is that you need to heal. Your soul will guide the way. There's no question. That's the start of your intuition right now. So click on that link below, take a look through those different meditations and just see what you're resonating with, to see where the blocks are. It will absolutely, it works every time. It's fantastic. So I can see we have a question. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly. CG, I think I'm saying that right. Hi there. They're asking, how long does it usually take to clear the fears and blockages? That's a tricky question because everyone is different. What I have found is that when you're clearing the fears and the blockages, if you can clear the past life issues first, you'll usually find that the blockages clear really quickly. So you should notice a difference within days or weeks. Sometimes it takes months as everything starts to kind of come alive again in your psychic abilities. But I tend to find that there is a huge difference if you work with a past life where you've shut down your psychic ability. Clearing that just immediately kind of brings it all back into place, and it'll work normally. And there may be other blocks that you need to work on, but it will clear. Everybody's different. Sometimes you can work for a few days on energy healing and you notice a big shift. Other people might be working for months or longer, depending on how blocked that psychic ability is. But you can make a difference really within just a few energy healing sessions usually. I'll give a little moment to see if anyone else has any questions. But we are finishing up for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Remember to click below to be notified whenever we go live. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up as well. We really, really appreciate it. I don't see any other questions. So if there's anything else that anyone wants to ask, you know that we're here to help. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Check that link right now and see what your soul gets drawn to.